Last time on Trials and Tribulations, it's the one and only Phoenix Wright. In case you missed anything, I'm gonna fill you in on this case.
Misty!
The talisman we found in the garden revealed that Mr. Nim was actually Maya's mother in disguise. But that wasn't our only earth-shattering revelation.
Earthquake!
We rushed to the inner temple in hopes of rescuing Maya, only to find more logs, her reluctant Iris, and a sad Edgeworth.
Get on with it. Go on, laugh away.
How close am I to cracking this case? Find out on Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations next. Edgeworth, about Iris.
There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before.
So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file?
Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on, and I was right. I had seen her face before. 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare.
So? Who is she?
I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public.
What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case.
The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder.
Unrelated?
Yes, I can say that with complete confidence.
You're wrong, Edgeworth! She's totally related to this case! I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. What better way to do that than to show him this talisman? What do you think about this, Edgeworth?
Sorry, Wright. You're a defense attorney and I'm a prosecutor. It wouldn't be right for us to discuss things so intimately.
But you were acting for the defense in the trial today!
It wouldn't be right for us to discuss things so intimately. Ooh, I'm Edgeworth. Look at me do my job.
I'll show you. What do you think about this, Oh, okay, I see how it is. Fine, yeah, you pour your heart out to me and then you do this. What a cool friend you are. Fine by me. If you don't want to talk, fine by me. I'm gonna go to the bridge and I'm gonna leave you! I'm leaving! It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again.
Ooh, I'm Miles Edgeworth and I'm gonna make Phoenix Wright's life harder.
I don't need you.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Pearls! What are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey! What do you think you're doing here, Nick?
Larry.
This is the Loser Shack, where losers get together to lose themselves.
This is the what?
Hey! We find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that, huh?
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Loris did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls.
We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way!
I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man?
No one believes a word I say anymore! Listen to me, Pearl! You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down!
Oh, Mystic Maya.
Oh, boy! Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture?
I got nothing to say to you, Nick! My life's here now, with Pearl. 2 losers cooking potatoes together forevermore.
What am I gonna do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
See? Someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know.
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream! She really flew! I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night!
But Mr. Lorry's...
Huh? Not you too! Please don't look at me like that, Pearl! Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg you!
I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw.
Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture.
And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value.
Hey, what's with that look of doubt on your face?
Oh, nothing, Larry, that's just my analyzing face. Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing. Does it, Mr.
Sorry,
Nick?
Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Dim's room reading a book together. But Mr. Dim was murdered and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
Why is everyone keeping secrets from me today?
I've been a bad girl. I know I'll be punished.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power, it has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared. Lost your powers? What do you mean your powers had disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey! What are you looking at me for?
Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried, but failed, perhaps.
Way to go, Nick! You made her cry! That was really cruel of you!
As I thought. I'm gonna have to break her cyclock to get the truth out of her. I'm sorry to have to do this to you, Pearls, but... Magatama, motherfucker! Take that! After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Denim's room reading a book together, correct?
Yeah! I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No. There was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Denim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Wait, Pearls! On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? The laser beam of intuition going through my head tells me that you went to the inner temple. Take that! You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? The next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason. And that is this. Maya. Take that! It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course.
Oh, I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those who you channel.
Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started, but there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. And that is... Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Come on, Phoenix, think. Iris is the one who sounded the lights out bell, so maybe it was something she said. No. You've got to think harder. Why would Pearls be worried about that bell? Come on, Phoenix, you can do this. If it's not Iris, if it's not the painting, if it's not the talisman, then what is it? Maybe it's a person. Alright, I think the best thing to do is to think back to law school. There was a rhyme I learned in situations like this. What was it again? I got it. Eeny, meeny, miny, bat. In the cave is where it's sat. If it hollers like a cat, then it's wearing a bikini! Take that!
you know, Mr. Nick, I think you should take a break now.
Huh?
Even your hair's starting to look a bit tired. The spikes aren't looking so sharp.
Looks like picking this piece of evidence wasn't so sharp of me either. Ow! Anyway, you said you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. Well, that backfired. If it's not a person, or... Fuck if I know. What am I missing here? None of this is helpful. Son of a bitch. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather more clues before I try again. Alright, I'm gonna look around some more if you don't mind.
You're a defense attorney and I'm the prosecutor. Fucking Edgeworth.
I wonder if Sister Bikini has gone back to the main hall already. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. I'd ship it. But as for me, I'm all by myself. Oh, hi.
Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern?
It looks like it survived. But we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Kurain tradition.
We have Iris at the sacred cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there was something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh, yes. We were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes, You were telling me how the Master of Kurain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Kurain tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them."
Someone was trying to destroy the main family line.
There is only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Kurain, and her daughters, the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line.
Oh! Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Jesus Christ.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real.
Yes, I do. It's been 3 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask-to-Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia is always on hand to help me out when I need her the most.
The Kurain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now.
Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake.
Mistake? What mistake?
It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident.
That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. Well, that's the name of the file.
What? The DL6 incident, huh? The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 3 years ago.
Oh, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case.
A murder that took place 17 years ago.
It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer.
And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother.
Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action.
That man. He was found not guilty, wasn't he?
That's right. He was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Kurain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Kurain Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud.
But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all.
Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Kurain tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan.
Does she mean Maya?
The spiritual power of the Kurain channeling technique is in the blood.
Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystigami. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy.
Yeah, you know, Maya had a twin sister too. An older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
And lost her life as a result.
Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Really?
Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
Morgan. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Kurain village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter.
What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Run that by me again. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter?
Whoops! I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already.
I have. I know her very well.
Oh?
Yes, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child.
You jest! That child, she's Mystic Morgan's? I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she?
Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2.
What? 3?
Yes. Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl.
What? Twin sister?
Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Kurain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her and the village, taking their twin daughters with him.
How awful.
He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see.
It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister. Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler.
Well, there's a clue, I guess. jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family.
Anger? What do you mean?
Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan.
That's why she had pearls.
It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her.
So Iris had a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Iris looks exactly like Dolly, and that's why I was here in the first place. And if she has a twin sister, then I think I just put 2 and 2 together to make 4. Bikini about Iris's twin sister.
Iris had a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. That, and the fact that she was taken away from her mother by her jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now.
I could tell her. But she'd probably have a coronary and a half. Alright, I'm gonna look around, Sister Bikini. Thank you very much. Anything else of interest? Nothing. Okay, see you around, Bikini, and thank you again. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming?
Let's get down to business to collect evidence. I'll show them lawyers that I'm not that dense. Whoa, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? It's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. I'm the saddest guy on the force. But hey, that all ain't true.
I guessed that Gumshoe was a Mulan
Mister,
fan.
I'll make a dick out of you. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, pal.
Who, me?
How long have you been there?
I just got here.
Oh, okay.
So, what are you up to, Detective?
I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon.
A real murder weapon?
That Bob Short thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
Letter. I better ask about that. But first, I need to break the ice. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden, and they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ.
What? You mean?
I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal.
Well then who said it?
Mr. Godot.
Godot? What did he mean by that?
Let's start project.